Welcome to today's edition of 3-Minute Halacha. Following the shearing of sheep, the combing and the cleaning, and ultimately the dyeing of the wool, the very next step in the process of preparing a fabric is to create threads with which to weave. That creation of threads is called Toveh, which in English is often defined as spinning of the wool. The process of spinning wool is simply by twisting the various fibers of wool or any other item, whether it's from animal or any other, even artificial product, and making it into a single thread. When it comes to the question of Toveh, Toveh can be done either by hand or by machine. And therefore, the Melacha, the prohibition min haTorah from the Torah, is actually spinning thread, either by hand or with a machine, in this case, a spinning wheel, or using a spindle as well. When you put together threads to create a thicker string, according to the Yerushalmi, even if you had already prepared threads and then you combined them, it would still be a prohibition of the Melacha of Toveh. However, the Rambam says that taking already prepared threads and combining them into a thicker thread is not the Melacha of Toveh, but of kosher, which is tying. There is a machloket among poskim as to whether or not compressing fibers, for example, making felt, would also be a violation of the prohibition of Toveh or not. Some suggest that making that is Toveh, while the majority opinion is that it's not the Isser D'Oraita, the biblical prohibition of Toveh. However, where are the practical applications of this in our lives? The simplest of all on Shabbat is something that sometimes men find themselves doing, and that is that when tzitzis on a talus begin to unravel a bit, trying to spin them by hand and putting the fibers back together. That actually is a biblical prohibition of the Melacha of Toveh. Any kind of combination of fibers into a thread is the prohibition, and we can find that in a number of different areas in life. That is the Melacha of Toveh.